Right, everyone's favorite sexual friend, premature ejaculation, right? This is one of your favorites because I understand it's probably, arguably the most frustrating one. You feel like you have no control over it, you know, and the worst part about it is you can see the look of pity on the girl's face every single time you last 0.2 seconds, right? For me personally, when I used to struggle with this, I used to literally just put it in and instantly I'd have to pull it out again because I'd be like, fuck, I just can't control it. I don't know what it is. It's almost like some external thing has control over me. And I have to just hope that this time I can last long. That's no way to live. That's not fun for you or the girl. No one's enjoying that sexual session, right? So the reason it's so frustrating is because you feel like you have a lack of control over yourself. You feel like you're going in there and it's up to the gods whether or not you last long. You genuinely, like, you're running away from it mentally in your mind. And this is a problem because, you know, you go into the gym, you're working on yourself, you're getting strong, you're working on your confidence, your social skills. Now you've got game with women, you know, you've got Riz, whatever you want to call it. You've got all these things going for you as a masculine man. Yet, when you get into the bedroom, you're at the mercy of the universe at that point. You're at the mercy of your own sexual energy. I really hope today's the day that it works. Today's the day I can last long. How do we solve this then? Because it's not fun. It's not an issue I want you guys to be struggling with because I've been there myself for at least 2 years. I had to struggle with this shit, right? Every single time you're going into the bedroom, you're putting yourself in a mindset of fear, okay? Now, this is step one, all right? And this is honestly the best investment you've ever made. This course is going to permanently solve every single sexual issue that you've got. Your porn addiction, erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, sexual transmutation, anything that you can think of, this will permanently solve. And I'm saying that with absolute conviction because I've done it myself. And I've not only done it myself, but I've had to learn the hard way. I've tried everything. I've tried fucking Kegels, pelvic floor exercises, you know, deep breathing. I've tried all of this shit. And none of it works unless you've got step one, the mental side of things. And obviously there is a lot that comes into play when it comes to curing your premature ejaculation. But the fact that you've invested in this, you will look back on this investment. You will look back on the exact moment that you press buy on this course and you will thank yourself, right? I promise you right now, you're going to have a moment in the near future where you're with a girl and it all goes perfectly. It goes exactly how you want it to go. And you're going to look back on this course and in your head, you're going to be like, thank you so much, Luke. Thank you so much. And you're going to smile to yourself and you're going to stand up feeling like the fucking man for once, rather than sitting there feeling like a little bitch, almost having the urge to say sorry to her after it's happened. Do you know what I mean? This is not how your sex life should be. It's just not at all. You should be going in there feeling like, I'm the fucking man. Let's go and enjoy it. I'm going to give her a good time. And afterwards, she's going to beg me to stay because it was so good. She wants round two. How many guys out there can say that happens to them? Not many. Most guys will go in there, they'll bust too quickly. It's all embarrassing. It's all awkward. No one's really talking afterwards. And then they'll kind of change the subject a little bit and that's it. Right? Not fun. Not a very memorable experience for the girl. It's quite embarrassing. You're probably getting laughed at in the girls' group chat. You don't want to be that guy anymore. So the fact that you've invested in this is exactly what's going to change. So well done for that, bro. You finally made the right decision. No more procrastinating. You've took action. And now let's solve the issue. So, like I previously said, I have been there myself for about 2 years. I struggled with this consistently. It never went anywhere. I tried all these different internet things, all these different things from like what doctors on Google would say. I never ever wanted to take any pills or anything like that. That's just fucking gay. But I always wanted to be like, okay, I want to solve this naturally to the point where I don't have to rely on anything else for me to last as long as I want. Right? So I went from putting it in and instantly having to pull out again because, oh, I can't control myself, to now being the guy that can choose how long he wants to last. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't really have time, so I'm going to speed things up a little bit and make sure that I ejaculate quicker. Some days I'm like, right, I have all the time in the world. I want to give her a good time, so I'm going to just control myself. And you have the ability to literally, it's like you tap into different mindsets. You tap into different modes. So I'm in an arousal mode if I want to speed things up. I want my erection to get harder. And then I tap down into a more controlled mode if I want to last longer. You can do that mentally. That's how you can rewire yourself, right? It takes time. And it takes a lot of commitment and it takes a lot of belief. I'm not going to lie to you. This is just a no bullshit course. To be completely frank with you, it's no bullshit. It's going to take time, right? Some of you guys might be able to do it overnight. Maybe you've mastered all the physical side of things, which we'll talk about in the later videos and later modules. Maybe you've already mastered that. So you might genuinely just be able to rewire the mind and overnight you'll be a new man. Some of you guys, it might take a little bit more time, a couple of weeks maybe a month, right? Regardless, once this issue has been solved and it hits you like a light bulb, you will realize, fucking hell, that's it, I've done it. Permanently solved it forever, right? So how do we get to the point where you can literally ejaculate on command? You can control your sexual energy and you can feel it move through your body as you're in the moment, right? Because you've tried deep breathing, you've tried relaxing yourself, you've tried reverse Kegels, you've tried all of this shit, transmutation, breathing the energy through my body, you've tried all of this, nothing works, right? It's because every single time you're going into that sexual situation, you are putting yourself in a state of fear, okay? Now what this does is it triggers the sympathetic nervous system, which is basically fight or flight. Now if you're in a state of fight or flight when you're going into the bedroom, your body is not prioritizing ejaculating, right? It's not prioritizing it lasting long. It's prioritizing just getting the fuck out of there. That's its only goal. So you're going to ejaculate as quickly as possible because you're in fight or flight. Your body doesn't want to stay wherever you are because it's causing you fear. So you're going to instantly bust, boom, let's get out of there, let's run away. That's what your body thinks is going on. So the first step to mentally rewiring yourself, and this is going to sound weird, this is going to sound a bit counterintuitive. You're not going to want to do this. But what I want you to do is just open yourself up to the outcome of busting too quickly. Because what you're currently doing is you're running away from it mentally. You're like, oh, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. Please, please, please don't happen. You're kind of just blocking it out of your mind. You're blocking it out of your subconscious. And this is exactly why it keeps happening to you. Because whatever you resist just comes back to you. You have to accept it. You have to open yourself up to the possibility of, oh, it could happen, right? Once you do this, once you give yourself this openness of all outcomes and you don't attach yourself to an outcome, you're not attaching yourself to, I really hope I last long, that's the outcome that I want. You're just going in there with presence, you're enjoying the situation and you're detaching mentally. Even if it happens, this is how you're going to think, right? Even if it happens, it doesn't matter. I'll deal with it with confidence. I'll own it with confidence. I'll laugh about it with the girl. I'll turn it into a joke. I'll make her feel attractive. Fucking hell. No girls ever made me do that before. Do you know what I mean? You can turn it into this kind of lightheartedness. And if you, as an individual, can look at the situation and look at the thing that you're scared of, and you can apply a bit of humour, and you can also apply a bit of acceptance to the point where even if the thing that you're fearing, even if the thing that you're scared of does happen, you know that you can deal with it. You know that it's not the end of the world, and you know that you'll just crack on, right? By doing this, you're eliminating the fear side of things. It takes the fear's power away because you're ready for it. You're accepting it. Even if it happens, cool, is what it is, right? That's step one. Once you can do that, once you can accept the outcome that you don't want to happen and you can accept that it might actually happen, it's a possibility it could happen, right? Once you can accept that, counterintuitively, it's just going to go away, okay? Obviously, when you've combined all the other things I'm about to talk about, but that is step one. Eliminate the fear because then you can go in there with a relaxed mindset, a relaxed body. You can truly relax your belly, truly relax your pelvic floor muscles, okay? You can just breathe properly with no energy blockages and you can just enjoy the moment. And guess what this does? It puts your body in a state of parasympathetic nervous system, which means you are relaxed, which means there's not as much sensitivity down there as there would be if you were scared, if you were fearing it, if you were really anxious. I hope this goes well. I hope I impress her. I hope I make her finish. And that's another thing we'll talk about later on. Guys that try too hard to make the girl come, you can guess how that ends, right? So with that being said, let's move on to the next module. Boom.